Hello everyone, this is Rachel live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney and you're watching the early trades. The S&P ASX 200 is down 0.1% in opening trade as heavy falls among the miners are offset by strong gains in the tech sector. The retreating iron ore price has sent shares in BHP down 3.2%. and Rio Tinto shares dropped 3%. The tech sector is soaring after the Nasdaq index added 3.4% overnight. Block shares are up 6.8%, with Xero shares adding 2.4%. Building materials business Boral is up 6.8% as investors cheer its plan to return almost $3 billion of capital as part of the proceeds from asset sales. Software player ELMO is up 8.3% after it upgraded its financial year 2022 guidance today. Let's look at some of the top newsmakers from today. The latest CoreLogic house price data shows home values climbed 1.1% on average in January. That was up 10 basis points on December's monthly gains. The best performing capital cities were Brisbane, up 2.3%, and Adelaide, 2.2%. Melbourne added 0.2%, with Sydney and Perth both up 0.6%. The GPT Group says it has completed the $397 million sale of its Casuarina Square shopping centre property in Darwin to the Centennial Property Group. It says capital proceeds will be redeployed into new investment opportunities. Shares in GPT are up 16.6% over the last year and last closed at $4.99. Consumer credit player the Hum Group says talks to sell its buy now pay later and credit card business to Latitude Financial are still ongoing on an exclusive basis. Others in the sector in deal talks include Zipco and Sezzle, amid consolidation in a sector that has struggled to get close to profitability. Building business Boral will pay a special dividend of $2.72 a share. To shareholders, they will need to be on the register as of the 3rd of February to be eligible for the capital return, planned for payment on the 14th of February. And Centuria Industrial REIT has lifted its accounting profit 209% after including a $257 million upward reevaluation of its property assets for the 6 months to the 31st of December. Shares are up 24.1% over the last year. Credit Corp has upgraded its guidance after a strong first half result driven by a step up in US purchase debt ledger investment and its acquisition of radio rentals. The company's net profit after tax increased 8% in the first half of the 2022 financial year, with its consumer loan book growing 9%. The company says it was on track for strong earnings growth across all its segments in the full year. Credit Corp declared a fully franked interim dividend of 38 cents a share, up from 36 cents a share it declared a year ago. A small cap market darling Aussie Broadband has warned investors lockdowns and rising costs have affected first half EBITDA, although it said it still expected full year EBITDA to finish between $27 million and $30 million, including the contribution from its over-the-wire acquisition. For the December quarter, total broadband connections increased 11%, with business broadband up 13% on the prior quarter. Shares in the internet service provider are up 72.2% over the last year and last closed at $4.22. And finally, workplace software platform ELMO has hiked its annual recurring revenue guidance for financial year 2022, representing a growth of 35% on the prior year. Well, that's all for today's early trade. Stay tuned for more market updates throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for Kalkine.